Hello, welcome to another WWE 2K22 showcase mode watch along. This time, as you can see on the screen, we're at SummerSlam 2009 for the Intercontinental Championship match between Dolph Ziggler and Rey Mysterio. Now, early disclaimer, I'm not going to be showing the whole match here on the YouTube channel because copyright law is a thing. So you will need to fire up your own copy of the WWE Network or Peacock or whatever, and pause my video, get yourself to this point. The way I got here, by the way, is just using the jump to feature and then pausing as quickly as possible afterwards. But yeah, get to this point and then unpause my video, and in a second we're going to count down. We're going to do 3, 2, 1, and then you should faintly hear a click of me tapping the button on my PlayStation controller. But I will play the first 5 seconds or so of the footage before fading it out to a still screen so that you can see if you are suitably in sync with me. So I'm going to assume everyone has taken the opportunity now to pause this video. So the next thing we're going to do is the countdown and begin watching this match. In 3, 2, 1. Here we go. And we're faded out now. So the Intercontinental Championship. Champion coming out first? I think Rey was the champion coming into this match, right? Yeah. There's the belt. So, now that the match is starting and we've got some entrances to get through and what have you, I will tell you, I have uploaded the showcase mode playthrough on EBEZASimgames to be published at the exact same time as this video. Also, on EBEZASimgames, we've got the WWE 2K22 match simulation of this match, where I've let the computer control both guys and see who the game thinks should win. Mysterio! There's the overmask. I really like this Mysterio gear. I'm very purple biased, but it goes very nicely with the yellow that he's used. And, yeah, just like how it looks. It's probably not my favorite of all time, but it might be my favorite of the showcase mode, like my favorite of the ones available in 2K22. But Rey Mysterio has a history of some pretty darn cool gear. If you've got one, let me know in the comments what your favorite Rey Mysterio match in terms of his aesthetic is. Jim Ross and Todd Grisham, what a dream commentary team. It should be an outstanding matchup full of offense. They're going to do moves to each other, guys. Unique offense. I would hazard a guess we're not going to see very much in this match that we haven't seen before from either of these two. But this is early days Dolph Ziggler with his Perfection theme song. I've had a bit of fun with it on EBEZASimgames. I've called the episode Perfection, but the thumbnail has Ziggler leaning on the ropes ready for a 619, not looking very perfect because I thought it'd be funny. But yeah, in terms of the copyright issue, I'm having some big issues with the showcase mode matches, to be perfectly honest, and they only have small, brief snippets. So imagine if I actually tried to show the whole match here, I would have absolutely no chance. And even if I could get away with it, it's still fundamentally just wrong, isn't it? You know, to show something that's cost thousands, if not hundreds of thousands, if not millions to produce, and, you know, there's so many people involved and all their hard work, and I just go, I think I'll steal that. Like, you know. It's funny how there's sort of, like, levels of theft that a lot of people deem acceptable when they wouldn't just go into someone's house and take the TV, you know? It's like, and I get it, that's got a more direct impact than me showing this would have on WWE. I get it. There are different levels, but it's still theft at the end of the day, isn't it? Anyway, Ziggler off to a hot start, but then because the referee made him ease off. Ray fights back, but Ziggler... I'm expecting Ziggler to get a really good showing in this match. I think I've seen this match before, other than the showcase mode, but I don't vividly remember it or anything. But I'm expecting quite a good showing for Ziggler, with Ray eking out the win, because Ziggler's the young, hungry upstart. And I apologize for spoiling the finish, but this is from 2009. So, 14, coming up on 14 years ago this year, this SummerSlam. So if you don't know the result yet, I don't know what to tell you. You missed the trick. But yeah, so Ray's gonna, if you're gonna have the veteran beat the young upstart, you might as well let the upstart have like quite a large portion of the offense. Oh, look at the balance. That was very nice. Didn't even use his hands. Incredible stuff by Ray. I think this... so I've always thought, like, yeah, Rey Mysterio's really athletic and high-flying and good at, like, the speedy stuff. But I think this showcase mode really did open my eyes, and doing these watch-alongs as well has opened my eyes to just how good Rey really was / is. He's obviously not at his physical peak anymore. But, like, some of the stuff he does and makes look pretty easy, to be honest, really isn't. Nice Hurricane Runner. And when Jim Ross said, and I mocked him for it, we see some unique offense, I don't think I've ever seen anyone do that particular moonsault before, where they've just been slingshot onto the top rope and just landed on it on their feet and then done a moonsault without even, like, repositioning or anything. Not a moonsault in itself, not unique, but the transition into the moonsault, very unique and very impressive. Nice Hurricane Runner on the outside. But yeah, as I was saying before that happened, my way of booking this personally, if I was definitely going to have Ray win, would be to give Dolph Ziggler the lion's share of the offense, allow him to show what he's capable of, and then have Rey Mysterio fire up, come back and win, kind of thing. Because I just feel like that's buckle bomb. That's how to make Ziggler look strong in defeat, in my opinion. Gets a 2 count off that buckle bomb. And at this stage, in 2009, the buckle bomb was quite unique, I think. So, sorry for mocking you for saying unique offense, Jim Ross or Todd Gresham. I can't remember which one it was. Grisham, sorry. Jonathan Gresham, Todd Grisham. I always forget. Oh, I always say it wrong. Ziggler doing his showboating headstand headlock. Because why not? There's a good portion of the crowd chanting for Ziggler at the moment. It's maybe not quite 50-50, but it's pretty close. 60-40 at the worst in favor of Rey Mysterio, as in the worst for Ziggler. Side slam by Ziggler. Ziggler just dragging Rey around like he's an NPC in Hitman. Big elbow drop. I feel like Ziggler was such a defined character back here compared with now. Like, it wasn't a particularly intricate character, it was just arrogant young upstart that likes to show off. But, like, and maybe gets cost sometimes by his tendency to show off. But it was very well defined, very clear who and what he was. Just doing little things like the wiping the sweat out of your hair and flicking it at your opponent before dropping a big elbow, and doing a headstand while you've got a headlock applied and stuff like that. Just very clear who he is. Whereas now he's just kind of Dolph Ziggler. I've been a wrestler for a while. That's basically Dolph Ziggler's character now. And I'm a bit arrogant, but it's just not to the same sort of extent, is it? Oh! Good clothesline by Ziggler. I think Jim Ross was just calling that a drop toe hold from out of nowhere. Randy Orton will be having words. Although, to be honest, 2009, I don't even know if the From Out of Nowhere thing dates back that far. Like, in 2009, Orton was only just becoming the Viper, right? 2008 or 9? He transitioned, he had that injury and he was out for a bit, and he transitioned away from being the Legend Killer to the Viper. So maybe the From Out of Nowhere thing wasn't... I don't remember if the Legend Killer had the From Out of Nowhere aspect of the RKO as much as Orton does now. Certainly, I don't think it was a meme yet. I feel like that was quite a few years later. Nice gutbuster there. And they're doing this well. Like, Ziggler's doing a lot of rest hold wearing down, but it seems a lot more like there's intent behind it. And then they're breaking away from it, and Ziggler's hitting a few big moves. Ray's trying to fight back, and Ziggler's cutting him off. And then they're going back to it. It's not just constant grind. Because let's face it, the heel grinding down the babyface is the least interesting part of a wrestling match. It's necessary for the story in a lot of instances, but it's the least interesting bit of the match in most matches. So the fact that they're managing to make it still somewhat engaging is good. Oh, Ray ducks out the way. Ziggler tries to convince us to hit the ring post, but really, nowhere near. His hand only just reached. Springboard seated senton by Ray. Oh, see, just as he was getting going, Ziggler interrupts. Oh, but Ray with his roll through. I don't know why anyone ever tries a sunset flip on Rey Mysterio, because he always rolls through it and kicks you in the head. So just stop trying them. In a flurry. Oh, springboard. Oh, great counter. Drop kicking him out of midair. We do not have a new Intercontinental Champion, Todd. It's been a good match so far. I don't know how long this match actually goes for. It's, you know, opening match. They've got a lot to get through on the card, I imagine. I don't remember exactly what's on this show. But yeah, I'd imagine they're going to get, you know, 10 minutes or so, which means we're pretty much at time. Although that would be including entrances, I guess. Maybe they'll get 15. Who knows? Let's just wait and see. It's a fascinating bit of wrestling events to me personally, and I think it's very hit and miss whether people find it interesting or not. Oh, good count. It looked a bit janky until Ziggler reversed it, and then it looked more like it was a legitimate struggle, and made it look quite good there. But yeah, something I find interesting about wrestling shows that not everyone does is like the timing of it and the pacing of the show. Like how long each match is, which matches are supposed to be like show stealers and, you know, big matches, and then which matches are maybe supposed to just give the crowd a little bit of a rest, because you can't be at 11 for the whole show, especially when they're like 3-4 hours minimum long these days. You've got to have little pauses where the crowd can still be enjoying a match, but maybe not having to constantly be on their feet and constantly chanting. Oh, step up Enziguri there. And the effortlessness of the backflip out of the belly to back suplex is like one of the things I'm talking about with Ray. Great dodge by Ziggler there, though. And swipes the leg. But, yeah, one of the things I mean when I say maybe I didn't used to appreciate how good Ray is, it just effortlessly lands that back somersault out of, you know, in the middle of a match, just to make it look like a reversal to a move. A back somersault's just hard enough to land that clean anyway. Let alone timing it with someone pretending to throw you at the same time. But Ray kicks out of the famouser. Ziggler's dating Maria at this point in kayfabe, is he? I don't remember that being a thing. Why is she not with him then? Like, why is she not, like, accompanying him to ringside and whatnot? That's weird. I genuinely don't remember that being a thing when Ziggler first showed up. Oh. They're doing a good job, I would say. I don't know if it's, like, intentional or just the way it's working out, but there's a lot of moves where it's looking like it can go both ways, and it's like a struggle between the two to get their move off. Like, then it really looked like Ziggler was trying to slam Ray, whereas Ray was trying to obviously get out of it and ended up getting out of it and into a DDT. But there's oh, I think this is where you got the thumbnail from. Wait for it. For the EBEZAsimsgames video. I actually don't know what exact frame it was, but I think it was from that 619. Oh, he sits up out of the way. Undertaker would like a word, please, Mr. Ziggler. This has been quite a good match, honestly. I've been enjoying it. Let me know what you've been thinking in the comments. Oh, yeah. Quite a loud "Let's Go Ziggler" chant. Yeah, I'd say the crowd is more in favor of Ziggler now. Definitely a star-making performance, and Rey Mysterio playing no small role in that. You know, Rey's making Ziggler look good as much as Ziggler is making Ziggler look good. And Ziggler, especially in this era, was very good. Oh, into the Hurricane Rana. Spoilers, I think that's the finish. There we go. But yeah, I really enjoyed that match. I think that was a real sort of, that's how to make someone look good in defeat. Like I was saying at the start of the match, you know, you got to let them not dominate, but, you know, have the lion's share of the offense in the match and look good up until the point where they lose, essentially. And Ziggler definitely did that. But Rey Mysterio picks up the win. Here's the replay of the successful 619. Yep, that might be where I got the thumbnail from the replay, to be honest. But then Ziggler doing his Undertaker impression. Boom. Yeah, and I think like Jim Ross is telling the story on commentary about his frustration, you know, him still being a relatively new wrestler, is sort of like the story there, where it's like he lost his cool and that's what cost him, as opposed to actually being outperformed by Rey Mysterio. But yeah, this was a good match. Leave a like if you've enjoyed this video. Subscribe if you're new here. I do loads of wrestling content. Watch-alongs, reviews, predictions, wrestling games, all sorts of stuff. But for now, all I have left to say is thank you very much for watching. As always, I've been Ebeza. You've been amazing. And I'll see you next time.